Keeping an eye out.
I don't really recall what we could have here. Ooh, Adra. That's a basic enchantment. Fine level enchantment. Just enchant the armor. +2 damage reduction only, but at the same time, it's a decent armor. We're going to wear our armor. This anything except shock resistance. This is going to be it. Don't have the level for proofing. I'm not sure if I would like to use shock proofing anyway. It wouldn't cover the weakness. Might be better to specialize in something else. Dexterity or constitution? Yeah, we don't have diamonds. But we can add quality. +2 damage reduction. So damage reduction 14, 23 versus slashing and piercing. Shock 7. Will-O-Wisp. Well, what are the chances really? It just missed the Willow. Damage resistance 7 versus damage resistance 9. Okay, test. It's a spirit, isn't it? Yes. They're way too good at hitting. This hitting stuff, right, I'm not sure I survived. 21 shock damage. Jesus fuck. I mean, they've hit with pretty much everything. Why's my defense so bad? Because I haven't got a shield. I forgot that my defense is entirely dependent on this goddamn shield. I'm dead. $97, 76. Yeah, he's being a bit lucky too here. I'd rather die than do anything else here, like cast spells.
A blade in the dark.
Without the shield, there's no hope of doing any kind of a melee defense. None. Zero, zip, nada. Still we survive. Ivory spiderlings. Not gonna be here alone, are you? Right. And I'm stuck. That's bad.
Poison.
Yeah, of course we're poisoned.
Lava.
Oh shit.
Beyond sea. Hardly fair.
Being stuck really screws us over pretty badly.
You.
Has a decent damage resistance versus slashing. Crushing would work, so the shield actually does a decent amount of damage.
Lava beyond sea.
Here to just cast. We're in deep shit if we don't kill him soon.
Beyond sea.
I should have used the stiletto. But the defense is sort of important. Alright. It makes them very hard to do any realistic damage to us. They can cause the poison effect, but that's pretty much it. They're heavily lacking in accuracy. I need a weapon focus. I really do. It should have been one of the first things I take, because of the lack of proper attack damage. It's not a fine weapon. Lacks quality. Accuracy and damage bonus. Yeah, we can do this for one weapon, but seems to be a good choice. It's not gonna be spirit slaying, that's for certain. How about burn damage? Vessels tend to be fairly vulnerable to other types of damage, though. Maybe I should take burning with this. Can I make a shocking weapon or a burning weapon? 25% extra damage. Corrosive would be maybe my first choice. But we'd have to... I can buy a primal rock though. I think I'll take burn damage. Okay, reasonable amount of accuracy, extra and extra damage.
A blade in the dark. I see something.
And did the fire enchantment of this weapon, because I can't see us using this against the opponents that are immune to fire damage. It's not that good. So we might as well enchant it toward enemies that we're facing mostly now. I don't think we're gonna be going to stick a knife in some kind of a larger dragon, for example. Yeah, I don't think that's really what we do. Might be some kind of heavier range weapon. Something that has as much damage and damage piercing as possible. Hello, Scolder and Scolder Whelp. I think I would need... Well, fuck me! I have no idea how good these are. We've faced Calder Whelps before. Level 3, so it's probably level 5 at least. No, defeated 3, level 1. Probably level 3 to 5. Still, it's just a reasonable amount of slashing damage.
So much for you.
Weak against mind affecting. Probably has high reflection, reflex saves. High reflex, weak deflection and will, and 42. So
Lava beyond sea.
47 points of damage. Excellent. I'll try to take care of him as quickly as possible. Right.
Keeping an eye out.
Scolder Ear allows us to do the scrolls of Fan Flames. Another Scolder. If it's alone, we should have no problem. Well, fuck. Not be able to. Ooh, there we have back prone.
poison.
Ah, he's already pretty much dead.
What is it?
They have a decent accuracy, our beetles, and they have weak defense, so they're just getting slaughtered. Also, no damage reduction.
As you wish.
Stunning scream did not work. We really don't have the accuracy. Barely have the health to recover to full endurance anymore. We'll have to rest soon anyway, so if we get into any more fighting, we might as well just go full in with the spellcasting. Oh. Probably have to level down though, so... And we haven't had to really retry fights anymore in that sense. So, we're making progress.
There's something ahead.
Silver key.
Where there's a pick, it's finished. There's a way.
Right. We're not gonna get a level up from completing this entire thing. Yeah, it's not happening. Give me an accuracy talent and
There's something ahead.
a buff spell, and we might have something decent going. +2 perception. Better than this. Fortitude, reflex, will. I'm not sure. Dexterity bonuses, intellect bonuses, plus will, plus defenses, and plus constitution. Two points of accuracy at the cost of 5 fortitude points and 1 reflex point. The bell puzzle. I don't actually recall the answer to this anymore. Might have the answer to that. I've certainly picked up a couple of books. Like to be able to wrap up most of this level before having to rest. More. So 2 wilders. Not sure if I can survive this. 3, 4. Yeah, that's... At least no, I no longer have to wonder about if I'm going to survive this. I'm not. Accuracy bonus. Don't I have a better accuracy bonus? Might and resolve. I'd like to use the warding shield, but we would have to do something about their reflex saves. Accuracy reduced, dexterity, perception, intellect reduced, attack speed reduced. Is there a better debuff? I can do something about their attacks, but I could maybe try to get them all prone. That might be our best choice here.
Lava room beyond sea.
Right.
Lava room beyond sea.
How long does this last? 30 seconds. Doesn't really matter which guy we take out of the fight.
What? Hardly fair. Lava room beyond sea.
I'd have to take down a full perfect condition Scolder.
Lava.
Okay, he's stuck, which should mean that he's very easy to hit.
Beyond sea.
Yep. I'm not gonna survive this. I just don't have enough health to recover, no matter what I try. What are our options I have? I could use a scroll. I'm not sure if it's enough to kill them. It's I think there's a reflex scroll. All of them. So that's the main problem. So I'm not going to be able to do damage to them. Ooh. 46 shock damage. 14 shock damage. Well, I at least have a chance with this now. What a desperate fight. I have 14 points of health. Can I use this scroll? And points of life. Yeah. Close enough.
A blade in the dark.
Still, that's another 8 scrolls of those fan of flames. We certainly shouldn't be holding back on those. Let's put it that way. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand, which has a distinctive warp tone. So, right, it's probably right, middle, left, right.
Keeping an eye out.
Well, let's say 2/3 of the level has been explored. The single rest. Good enough. We could I think I'd rather focus on what exactly is here anyway. Spirits certainly, but anything else. Primordials. They tend to be easy to hit. Wilder. I'll take Wilder. At least we are encountering guaranteed Wilder, so it's a good chance we've killed most of them that we're gonna ever meet here, but gotta pick something. If you don't have perfect memory, just pick something. It's guaranteed to be spirits lower down, but at the same time I think there's a good chance I'll have to rest again anyway. Not necessarily now, but later on. Camping supplies. Right. It's a right, center, left, right, I think. "36 shock damage. I wonder does things like sneak attack bonuses and the like apply to those?
They won't see me coming.
So is the damage specialty abilities of equipment like that influenced by the character abilities?
There's something ahead.
Because I'm basically a totally worthless melee fighter with no abilities, but everyone else pretty much, I'm not sure about the fighter, but everyone else has some kind of weird abilities that increase their damage. So it's a decent amount of damage already, not a huge amount, but still 36 for my shitty one-handed quick weapon. And that's without any bonuses, any sneak attack bonuses, every other damage bonus. Is the effect applied to other targets than the target? Barbarian has the ability that it strikes everyone nearby. Ranger has the ability that your shots are going to sort of go through the first target and jump to another. So would those apply to the follow-up shots too? Because they do use the... Do they use the attack in singular attack as a determination of the is it going to be a critical strike or not? I'm not sure. "24 shock, 25 shock." Come on, finish it. Spider Venom Sac. Brother Edric. I think that's the entire level. Huh. Okay, we got through that without too much fuss.
A blade in the dark.
It took quite some time, but yeah, now we're sort of getting into the flow of things. We're still certainly having trouble with a lot of opponents, but at the same time, it's a different type of trouble. Now we more or less know what we can do and what we can't.
A blade in the dark.
Find the remains of the Eothasian priest. So another level of similar size. Spirits ahoy. Let's see if I can lure it here. It has very high defenses, so hitting it won't be easy. Using damage resistance too. Burn damage is going to mitigate that a little bit. So it's the stiletto damage penetration. He's pretty much doing minimum damage, so I'm not too worried. However, physical combat with this character is not a good idea.
Lava. Beyond sea. Beyond sea. A blade in the dark.
Level 1, level 2. Yep. Weak against burning, that's nice. They do freezing damage. Strong deflection and will. 2 shadows. Missed shadow, hit shadow. Fortitude is probably their weakness. I'd like to say the better spells for another time. Suppose I can buff myself. I can't figure out anything else.
Ah, Ulu Sen!
So extra armor class, extra might.
Moeth, Ixi, Anna! Pests, I've lost the spell!
You buffed yourself, you didn't lose shit. Just a bit dazed. But they cause daze with their attacks. That's why the horrible chance to hit. The blessing should last long enough for us to take care of the other shadow too. Right, we died. We do lose quite a bit because of the constant dazing. But at least that's manageable,
Where there's
countered by the
buffs.
buffs. Fireball check. Reflection +5, that would be our second one of those. They were so strong of a will that even the daze barely does anything to them. Still, the damage they do is pitiful, so I can use my heals to get around that. But it's a drain on my health, constant drain. Right, 1/3 of health gone.
Keeping an eye out.
There's a limit to how long I can keep fighting these fights. It's a guaranteed victory as long as I have the health, but there's a limit. If we get into a mass combat or any serious fight, I'd like to have my abilities ready at that point. Not in a fight like this.
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, it's a minor drain on our overall health supply, and we need to start using abilities before we run out of health, but it's still a trivial fight. And here comes another. Normal hit. At least that'll last for a second or two. Fucker hits with every goddamn try. I suppose the quality of hits is at least gonna be grazes mostly thanks to that. So just a steady minor drain. But I think we're nearing the point where I have to start just casting spells. I mean, half health is gone and I still haven't used all that many abilities.
They won't see me coming.
I do have traps. Poison dart probably isn't gonna do much. Fireball might. I'm not sure if I want to use a fireball trap against 2 shadows. I mean, they're just shadows. How about +5 against spirits? Graces convert to hits. I mean, we're doing graces against them mostly anyway. It's a fine weapon, but we aren't gonna get critical hits on this at the moment. And that's shit. %% of hits convert to crits. Can we even prone these? Yes.
Lava beyond sea. Pests. I've lost the spell.
And nothing works. Why didn't... Are they really no, they probably just dodge everything. Ooh, immune. They're immune to reflex, is that it? It's a ground ability. Ah, fuck. Fucking hell. That needs to die before anything else happens, otherwise we're in mucho trouble.
Lava beyond sea.
And missed. Missed badly. Can barely do anything because the constant interruptions. Right. Why the fuck didn't you cast anything, you piece of shit? Now I have to wait again. Yeah, might as well load on there. Just, it was clearly counting down to the spell, and when the time came to cast it, nothing happened.
Keeping an eye out.
That's infuriating. Interruption should only delay the action. And since it changes to something else, it triggers another cooldown. So it's the worst possible scenario for you. Ah. Might be worthwhile to just use the beetles in here. Yeah, we can't take on another phantom group, but although we wasted 2 perfectly good spells. The damage is reflex based, so that's not gonna hit. Prone might, but I want to take the chance.
Lava room beyond sea.
Repeat. We have to take it down. And a miss. Will 64. Well, to be fair, that was a long shot. Reflex, that's even longer, but it would do some damage.
Lava.
Shit. Doesn't really get much worse than this. Why do they have so high attributes? Do they have any weaknesses? I suppose they have fortitude weakness. I can't really think of anything else.
Beyond sea.
Fortitude weakness as in fortitude 45 only. Not much of a weakness, to be fair. These are all reflex based.
Lava beyond sea.
At least this time the enemies will come from a single direction only.
Lava beyond sea.
Still need to kill him before anything else happens. Not sure if I have the means to do it. I suppose I could switch to a... Well... Don't have great means to do it. I could switch to range, but then I'm gonna get hit constantly by the Phantom. Currently I'm at least somewhat protected. At the same time, the Phantom will just slaughter me. There we go. Well, we're still left with a couple of decent spells and the summon creatures, so we can take on something minor.
They won't see me coming. There's something ahead.
Some gemstones, a little bit of money. Okay, 1/2 decent fight is all that's still left in us. I think this is a spirit focused place, so shadows, phantoms. Right. 4 shadows, and then a phantom once you loot these. Right, right, right. I go into a place where I couldn't be flanked. I don't really know. No matter where you go, you're always spotted.
It's finished.
The problem with these traps is they're reflex based. If it's not fortitude, there's no reason to really even bother. Also around, so probably not gonna be all that effective against them. We'll have to just... I don't want to give them a chance to get behind me. Okay, that blocked, so only one of them is dazed. Right. No point holding back these. I have no idea how well you'll do, guys, but I'm gonna keep buffing my own guys.
Yes.
Right. I'm trying to prone them.
Beyond sea.
Timing. Shock damage critical, excellent. Well, we have nothing really left.
Keeping an eye out. As you wish.
How are we gonna kill it? When it comes close to us, it's pretty much done for us.
It's finished. It's finished.
+9 will. There's no way I can get it to be stuck. Oh, it's probably very accurate and has the status effect, so I'd like you to try to save my ass. Numbers will save my ass.
Yes. As you wish. They won't see me coming.
Right. It would have required a huge amount of spells and some luck to manage it otherwise. Better to just bite the bullet and use the summon. Although, no point keeping it in the inventory anymore. Also, traps are not going to be useful against these guys. Reflex, 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 and well, they're flying units really.
It's finished.
Ground traps, not particularly effective. Shadow. Come get some. A special ability should be more accurate too. Critical hit. Days 460.
So much for you.
Their defenses are still vastly superior to my accuracy. The individual shadow is just an individual shadow, fairly weak.
They won't see me coming.
Lesser black ooze. What are you causing? Nothing. Ooh. Get friends. On its own, fairly harmless, but I'm not sure if we should use these. The ooze itself isn't that powerful, it's just I can't fight everyone at the same time.
Lava beyond.
Ah, fuck. Someone has to die.
Pests! I've lost the spell!
You're whining. Single guy affected.
Lava beyond sea!
Kill the shadow. Why, does it jump or something? We're not really doing damage. Is it because we're doing grazing hits? We are taking a decent amount of damage. Basically the minimum damage though, but still taking constant hits. Not too bad.
They won't see me coming.
So even though we can't have the spirits trigger our floor traps, we can still affect them if we just have someone else trigger it. Immune. Right. Definitely immune. Too primordial to be affected by these things. Don't require anything special. Right. 43 damage in total. Skulder what? Ooh, Skulder King. Ooh, royalty. Do they have anything else? Ooh, that sort of sucks. We're weak on mental front, but reflex is nothing else.
So much for you.
Okay. Okay. Mr. King, if that's your true name. What exactly are we gonna do with you? Well, at least these would trigger claw traps. They have higher reflex though. But if I hold them, not sure if they have after that. Holy shit, 28 damage. He did 50 actually. And that's a normal hit. I don't think we have any chance against him. The second he got into close range, we were fucked.
Lava.
Okay, with stock, his reflex should be reasonable.
Beyond sea.
One of them actually died.
Lava. Beyond sea.
I need to keep this going. It's fairly weak against this anyway, so if we get a good hit it might die. The thing is, he does so much damage, so we're fucked if he gets a good hit on us. Critical hit will kill us for us straight away. We're pro.
Lava. Beyond sea.
Shit. You kill it. Either heal or die. And die. Right. We can't let the king get next to us. We need to keep him stuck there. The other two should not be a problem on their own. So we choose the wrong way to start this fight.
Lava.
22 seconds out of the fight. The whelps themselves should not be too
Beyond
tough.
sea.
4.9 seconds.
Lava.
Give me 2 seconds. Damage reduction 18. Right. It's not good enough.
Lava beyond sea.
26, 22. That's nice.
Lava beyond sea.
And another one that should do it.
Still alive? I need
Yeah, it's just not taking enough damage.
something sharper.
You need to fucking run. And now cast.
Lava beyond sea.
Right. Not
Keeping
too bad.
an eye out.
Yeah, we spent all our resources, but it's a Skulder King. It should require an extra effort. Yeah, it's a specialty monster, no mention of it here. Did I take? Resolve and Perception versus what? Immunity to Confused and Intellect, yeah. I think I'll be okay. We should go to the upper floors. Right. I don't think we're quite ready to leave. We do need to rest though. Right. We should be at least wrap this up. It's a weird feeling. Being able to go to places and just wrap them up without running away. I think there were spirits here. Something's certainly gonna start a fight here.
They won't see me coming.
Access collected. 280 lost bandits earned 208. Header.
There's something ahead.
Potion of Spirit Shield, plus 3 damage reduction, plus 30 concentration for 45 seconds. Plus 3 movement speed for 30 seconds.
I'll see it done. It's finished.
Bones Share. Raises convert to hits. 20% damage restored as endurance. So this would be, I guess, a good one-handed defensive weapon. Not only is your accuracy going to be shit, so you're going to hit mostly grazes, and some of them will be converted to hits. And 20% of damage restores us endurance. So it's pretty much perfect. Not even fine quality, is it? It's fine quality. This is a fine weapon, but it's not equally good as a defensive weapon. The main reason to take it is the +10 accuracy we can easily get to it, and the lesser sneak attack that provides 20% extra damage under certain conditions. So, but we don't have it at the moment, so we might as well use the other one. Also, crushing damage seems to be very effective against certain targets. Not now. They're primordials here, and if I'm not incorrect, that means no, they have damage resistance bonus toward freezing only. And we do have some spells left, so even if they are very resistant against crushing damage, I can still just cast my way out of trouble. Either way, I think that's pretty much it. There's probably a fight or two against better primordials, but the king we killed is probably the worst opponent we could have faced here. Besides phantoms. Fucking phantoms. 3 shadows. That's a lot of shadows. They're gonna get to flank me and then start the extra damage. This might be the best fight for us to summon our reinforcements. Right, there's no escape anymore. I need extra hands here. For fuck's sakes, people. Need to focus. Oh, focus on a single target. Ugh. I'm totally incapable of just walking here and taking part in the fight. Well, we got what we wanted. We've been in serious trouble
As
without
you
our little
wish.
bug friends, so no point complaining. And once we get out of here, we're gonna get a free heal. Just go to the inn and rest. Couple lesser black Eothas. The reason why I shouldn't cast. No.
Lava beyond sea.
1 hit, 3 crits. It's hard to say what the damage actually was. We're doing decent damage, restoring endurance from with it, so Restore Endurance weapon would be probably the life or death weapon for our early warrior. Up goes the damage, up goes the heals. Use some kind of a... well, especially the Barbarian. I mean, if it hits everyone at the same time, it should do more damage and heal more.
A blade in
But
the
even with a
dark.
rogue, very accurate hits, well, more accurate than a Barbarian, but probably very damaging against individual targets. So you can both try to Jesus Christ, debuff them a little bit, and then you can suck damage out of them, or rather health out of them. Down into darkness. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Are you... what are you holding a meeting here? Is there a place where I could hold protect my rear? No, don't think so. Never works out. So, how are we gonna handle this? Anything that doesn't attack reflex. Actually, no. With the shadows, they're not that great. Five. That's a reasonable amount of enemies, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna spam these. At least they hit, and the shells are fairly weak.
Beyond sea.
Very unlikely to hit. At least they're not flanking me, so this positioning is just fine for us. Two injured spirits.
Moe. Ixi. Anna. Lava. Beyond sea. Beyond sea.
We should be fine. No point saving anything here.
Beyond sea.
Right. It last fight of this entire place.
Beyond sea. A blade in the dark.
Crumpled notes. Don't see anything left. Right. Mission accomplished. Nice little place. we're only 2,500 from the level up and we haven't completed this quest, so this definitely helped us a lot. But more importantly,
Keeping
it's
an eye
making
out.
me feel a lot more confident and sure about the playthrough now. It was such a painful slog initially to just get things rolling. And I don't think it's just my lack of experience with the priest. I think it is supposed to be somewhat painful because you don't have anything. This priest might suffer more. I mean, anyone can get their deflection at least the same level as my priest did here, but almost everyone else. No, I'll take it back. Everyone else has a better offensive capability. I also should have chosen just something to buff my melee capability, because that's realistically what you have to rely more on than on spells initially.
Keeping an eye out.
So focus on what you need right now. Don't plan for the future. You can always respect when when the problem becomes a real problem. Do I want to snuff out candles? Is there a consequence to that? They seem to be. I mean, there's a reason they're burning. Actually, I can't do it anymore. So apparently I don't. Fine with me. I don't have any real reason to try to do it. I think it's if you want to basically get rid of the Eothasian faith and the hidden uh, door here on room, then you want to snuff them out.
Good day to you.
Hmm. Hmm. Something you're nervous about? He lied to us. Not sure I want to be clever about it. Not being clever about other things though, so might as well go with clever too. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe? Hmm. Okay, seems like those priests brought it on themselves. Yes, cruelty. Always cruelty. Can't go with benevolent or aggressive. Stoic. Not sure I want stoic. You're a coward, Burton, but that's no crime. Give me my money and get out of my face. Well, 366 experience. Still, 2000 away from the level up. Shouldn't give us any new powers really, but or would it? I don't even recall how the spellcasting spell progression goes anymore. It doesn't matter. Every level is absolutely vital just because it buffs everything. So we would be getting a new talent. Not sure if I want to take melee focus. At the same time, it's still the best weapon to deal with trash. So weapon focus certainly is not a bad idea. And yeah, that would be only level 6. It's gonna be a long time before I can realistically try to rely on my spellcasting only, if ever. So Shape and rest. Not sure if I want to take any more camping supplies. I mean, you always find a few. I don't particularly want to leave them behind. 2 is probably good enough. That'll leave us a couple times to rest and a little bit of extra empty space in case we find new ones. Construction is not ready. Actually, it is. Botanical garden. Right. Does anything else generate anything random? Well, we do have to do a warden thing. We don't have enough money for anything. We've done enchantment so that drained our cash supply. We want the warden lodge, but it doesn't have to be done now. It doesn't seem to be relying on the time or turns in any way. So as long as you build it at some point, it's good enough. Curio shop. Random creature parts every turn. So it's basically a gem herb creature part that provides an enchantment. So if we can do herbs and creature parts, that takes a lot of drain out of us having to buy these. Western barbecue. Should be, no, we can even afford it right now. Might as well start it up. We can always sell enough crap to get by. Where to next? I'm not sure Roderick's Manor is the correct place to go. I mean, I'd like to go there when I'm fairly confident we can take on Roderick, and he's a capable fighter, a special fighter. He has at least 2 to 4 bodyguards, a couple of casters. It's a tough fight, and I'm not quite sure
Hail,
I'm
traveler.
quite at that level yet. We could go for the Temple of Woodeka, but that's another fight against large groups. Maybe we'll head to the wilderness to a few missions there. Missing crates, things like this. So I think we have the capability of completing these now. Sure if we have enough capabilities to handle Macron's fork. Probably not. Kaet Nua dungeons. Probably yes. We've cleared Eastern Wood. Black Meadow, no. Let me recall what was there. Done the compass and the bridge. We could go to Durport already too. That would have the temple of my god. Skane. What else? Go kill an ogre. That was a fairly demanding sight. Capable, a large group of spiders and a very dangerous ogre with some bear support, so that's beyond us. Could also go to Searing Falls, but that's drakes. Drakes and drakes and lots of more drakes, so that might be too much for us to. They would be very resistant to fire, so we'd have to have other means of killing them. not a good choice at this point. Card Nua might not be a bad choice. We don't have to go too deep into it, just the initial levels. There's at least loot there. And we could use the money, certainly. We go through Black Meadow, able to wrap up this. There's these primordial vegetation creatures here, though. They're fairly tough and resistant, and killing a couple of individual creatures is basically worthless in this game. Might be something there. Maybe a few vessels, swamp trolls. Yeah, I'll leave things here, but take a closer look if we can handle the creatures here, head to the Kaidnua lower levels. If it's just a monster too, there's no point in us attacking it. We're going to get maybe tens of experience points. Maybe. Additional experience points would come from these, though, the bestiary entries. Forest troll is a weaker troll. That explains it. Vegetation creatures will react badly to crushing damage in general, so we would want slash. But 2000 experience points. The initial level of Kaednua's the maze is basically the lower level of the keep. Then there's the Zorip level, which is something we might be able to handle. I say might because they have the skirmishers who paralyze, and that's a pain in the ass. Ogres are on level 3, which we really can't deal with. So, but we might be able to at least clear out the basement without too much fuss, take any loot there, and then continue the city to look for easier targets. Also go for Durfort to see if we can interact with the temple's skin without actually having to fight and clear the entire temple. We'll do that if we have to, but I'd at least hope that there's some special interaction because we are the priest of Skane. But we'll see. Don't go there.